What is going on, guys? obZenz here, bringing you another Gears of War Judgment video. Now today, I am bringing you the second part in my 3 videos that I'm putting out looking at movement in the Gears of War games. Now today, I will be doing a strafing video. I'm going to look at 2 main types of strafing. I'm going to walk you through them, how to do them, lots of detail, and then show you a few clips at the end of each type of strafing to show you how they can be used in the game. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the first strafe. Okay guys, so the first strafe we have is called the Drunken Strife, and it's basically given that name because of how it looks when we perform it. It looks like our character, when you do it, is walking around drunk and kind of like that. So that's where the Drunken Strife gets its name from. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to break it down into 2 main parts. There's going to be what the left thumb is doing and then what the right thumb is doing. So basically what the left thumb is doing is that's just going left and right horizontally with the left thumbstick. There's not much there. Now the bit that gets tricky is when we have to introduce the right thumbstick. And what that's going to do is while we're going left and right there, we want our right thumb to follow what our left thumb is doing. So instead of going horizontally like that, you can see my character is looking straight forwards. What we want to do to Drunken Strife is when I move left, I want to push left a little and then turn my head left like this. So it kind of goes like that. And then obviously when I come back right, I'm going to do the same thing and come back like that. So instead of this, we end up with this kind of thing happening. Obviously, you can change how far the strafe goes. You can do really short strafes like that, or you can do longer strafes like that. That just depends on how long you hold the thumbsticks in one direction for. Now, you obviously can see that we're strafing on the spot, but what you also want to do is learn how to push the strafe forwards and even backwards. So the way we're going to do that is instead of going horizontally like that, we want to push our left thumbstick kind of diagonally forwards as if we're moving in zigzags like that, and then our right thumb will just do the same thing as it was doing for the first part, and then we should be able to kind of start making some distance forwards. And you can even try it backwards. You just go directionally, diagonally, that's the one, diagonally backwards. That's a little bit harder, but you can do it. Another thing that's really important with the strafe is where your target or your gun is pointing. Obviously in Judgment we have the target in the middle of the screen, which makes it a little bit easier than Gears 3. But as you can see, when I'm strafing, the target isn't moving up and down. It's not like way up in the air, going to shoot a low passing Reaver, and it's not way down at my feet, going to shoot my shoes. So you want to keep that relatively centered, mainly for accuracy purposes. And yeah, I mean, some people like it up a little bit, some people like it down. Just wherever you guys find it comfortable, you kind of just want to keep it at that point. So I'm going to now move into a gameplay clip of where the Drunken Strife saved my ass in a free-for-all, and then we'll get on to the next strafe after that. Okay guys, so the clip you're about to see is a free-for-all on Blood Drive. I'm down at the stairs, very tight. I become very red towards the end. I'm damaged, I'm doing little strafes just to keep on the move, and I managed to come away with the triple here.
Oh my god, he got me too.
Okay guys, so the second type of strafing I have for you is one of my favourites, and it is known as Roadie Strifing. Now, it gets the name from being a mixture of strafing and roadie running. Now, it is really good to use in an open area where there isn't cover, or where the walls are really far apart and you can't continuously wall bounce off. It's really good for dodging shots, and it is really, really useful for positioning as well, like kind of getting yourself in a position to get a kill without taking too much damage. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it. First, we'll do a roadie strafe in a straight line, but keep in mind the roadie strafe can be used in any random direction. It doesn't, it's meant to be random, and it's meant to be very unpredictable. But for now, we'll just get the hang of it by going in a straight line. So what you want to do is, like we were before with the Drunken Strife, we want to go in zigzags forwards like this, just using the left thumbstick. I'm not using the right thumbstick for any of these roadie strafes here, guys. It's just the left thumbstick and the A button. Now, the trick to a roadie strafe is the timing between your left thumbstick and when it changes direction, and the A button. Now what you want to do is, I'm going to go left, I'm going to hold and press A, or press and hold A, either or. I'm going to press, hold A, and then release when I get to the point that I want to come back to the right. Then I'm going to go right, hold A, release it. And then you can kind of get the idea of how, when you want to change direction, you release A, push in a new direction, and then hold A again. So it's kind of going to look like this once you get it going. Obviously, you hold A the longer if you hold A, the further you will go in a certain direction. You'll go like maybe longer there, and then you want to do a short one, then a short one, then a longer one, or something like that. Mix it up. Keep your opponent on their toes. That's the whole idea of strafing. You want to keep your opponent guessing, and you want to be really hard to hit. Now, as I said, it's really good to do in just any random direction like that, and again, in open areas. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to show you another type of thing, or kind of maneuver I do with the Roadie Strife. I haven't seen many videos on it, and I don't know what to call it, so I'm just going to go off the top of my head, and I'll call it lunges. Okay, yeah, lunges. We'll go with lunges. So what I do is, say that pillar there is an opponent. What I'll do is I'll run out slightly right of them. I'll move in and kind of, you know, a running speed, not roadie running. I'll duck in with a roadie run, then pull back like that. I try and fake them out and think that I'm pushing further out there, and then at the last minute snap back at them. So you want to run in, roadie run, and then snap back like that. You can do this on the left as well. I find it a little bit harder because you don't kind of have that right-hand advantage, but you can do it left. You can go run and then back in like that. You can do little ones as well. You can kind of be like that and then that. You don't just mix it up, but that's something I use a lot when using the Roadie Strife as more of an aggressive kind of technique. I find lunging like that can often put your opponent off. They overshoot or undershoot their shots, and you can usually get the kill on them. So I'm going to move into some clips now. I'll show you where I've used the Roadie Strife in gameplay as more of a defensive technique, and then I'll show you guys how I use it as more of an aggressive technique with those lunges that I just showed you then. So let's get into the clips, guys. Okay guys, so here I'm using the Roadie Strife in an aggressive manner to close the distance on this guy and get the shot in as I did. I also use it here. I take out this first guy, and then there's a bit of distance, and I Roadie Strife my way in on him and manage to get the kill. Now this is where I use it defensively. I jam my gun and I need to get moving, otherwise the player's going to wipe me out. I Roadie Strife away and then come back and manage to get the kill on them. So there you go, guys. That was the second episode of the movement in Gears of War. Be sure to watch out for the third episode, which will be wall bouncing. Like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And I will be seeing you all next time. Thanks for watching, guys.